Hello and welcome to Working as Part of a Team. I'm Beth Pipe and I'm going to be with you for the duration of this, probably about 45 minutes to an hour, as we look at different team types and your role as part of a team. It's very relaxed, very informal. I'll hopefully give you plenty of examples to work with, and I would say ask questions, but that's going to be quite tricky. But if you do have any, I know you can get them to me through MBL. So what we're going to use as the basis for this is we're going to use Meredith Belbin's team roles model, and I will explain to you who Meredith Belbin is as we go through the start of this session. But it's I guess to start off with is by saying there's actually quite a lot of different models that you could look at when it comes to working in a team. This is just one of many, many models, but rather than try and cover lots of different models, it just made more sense to pick one model and look at it in quite a lot of detail, because I think it gives us a lot of useful content from this one model. So in this session, what we're going to look at is we're going to try and look at what our own preferred role within a team is, where we fit most comfortably, all things being equal, where do we fit most comfortably into a team. We're going to look at recognize the strengths and the positive things that we bring to a team, and also the allowable weaknesses, and I will explain what allowable weaknesses are. But suffice to say, it's recognizing that none of us are perfect and that we're all going to have little foibles that we need to be accommodated as part of the team. We're going to look at the natural preferences of those around you. I mean, that's the whole point of being in a team, isn't it? Is we've got to work with the people around us. So we're going to look at the natural preferences of those people around us. We're going to have a think about hybrid working, how that impacts on the team and the team dynamic. We're going to look at places where natural preferences work well together and where they occasionally clash. There will be clashes in an office. That's just the nature of it. Any team you work in, at some point, there's going to be someone maybe that you don't get on with so well, or something that somebody does that you really can't figure out why they do it that way. It just seems nuts, right? So we're going to start to look at that. I'm going to give you some pragmatic solutions to working with different team types. I'm actually going to give you a user guide for each of these team types. So you can download this slide pack, but what you're going to be able to do at the end is to get the team types up and go, okay, so I reckon you're one of those, in which case these are some of the things I should be able to do, because that's sometimes what we need. If we encounter somebody who's really very different to us, it can be quite hard to then think, well, actually, how do I connect or communicate with this person? But it's not an excuse for not connecting with them. One of the things that's a common theme when we look at different team types is many of us, if we've got a life partner or somebody significant in our lives, very often they're somebody who's quite different to us. They're the yin to our yang. So for example, if you can guess, I'm probably quite mouthy, and my husband's a quieter man. I possibly can't get a word in edgeways, but he's a quieter man, and that's quite common. So it's not as simple as saying that we will get on with people who are like us and not get on with people who are not like us, when actually sometimes it's the complete opposite, and it's the people who are very like us that we sometimes lock horns with a little bit. So we're going to cover all of that in this session.